Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Um, I always kind of pick a subject and I talk about it, but this one is kind of predetermined because it evoked a lot of thought and it made me do real research because I was like, why am I having these dream states lately? And I think the last video I did, I spoke about having a dream, and I had another one last night. And I'm noticing that, I always say that life always has a light and a dark side, right? But I'm noticing that like the dreams that I've had recently have been more on the darker side. Nothing super scary, but it just evoked more thought from me and more thought process as to why I was having these dreams, right? I don't know if this necessarily connects to me or to anybody that I know. If it does, then you receive the message. That's cool. It maybe invoke thought in you. But yeah, I had a dream, and it was for somebody, man. But not really my speed. Like the dream that I had wasn't necessarily about me, but I guess who knows? Here it goes. So I had this dream that there was a woman. She had no face. Neither did the person. Like there were no faces in the dream. It was more about the energy, right? And the woman was very dominant in the sheets, right? She was being intimate with a man, and she was on top. And clearly, this was her specialty area. You could just tell, like, this is where I do my work, and folks don't even be knowing it. You know what I'm saying? It was giving off that type of vibe. Like, you gotta be really careful who you're dealing with. All witchy poo shit, witchcraft, voodoo, all that stuff is people envision it being one specific way where it's noticeable. But a dark witch will use it to her advantage and use it for sex magic. Even a white witch too, but a white witch is not going to use it to siphon from you, right? You're not going to feel drained after being intimate with a woman of the light. If anything, she's going to heal and energize you. And maybe in most respects kind of counteract those types of activities, right? And let me be clear, this dream was wild, but it was a very dark energy that surrounded the energy of this woman. Again, like I said, very dominant on top, talking a lot of shit, like, whose is it? And the way she moved resembled the symbolism of the person that I had the dream about, which was this woman. And I'll break that down again. She was moving in a circle. She was riding a dude. She was riding him in a circle, right? But she was talking so much shit. And dude be thinking, oh, that shit's nasty. Talk shit to me. Now this motherfucker was talking shit in a manifesting manner. Meaning what I'm saying, I'm putting spell over you and you don't even fucking know it. Like, it's like, whose dick is this? Whose dick is this? You better not be fucking nobody. It was very, whose dick is this? It was circular, and it was crazy. It was almost like at this point this person couldn't even respond back to it because a part of him didn't want to respond to whose dick is this. So it's almost like she got more dominant and she bent over and she kept riding him like this, and she had this pointy tipped pendant on her neck, which I would call like a pendulum. I don't know where this is coming from, but this was my dream. Like, I cannot control what I dream about. She had a pendulum. You know what a pendulum? It's used as a speaking tool a lot of times for people. So what they would do is they would stick it on their hand, and then the pointy tip of the pendulum would either go in a circle for yes, and then it's left and right for no. So it evokes you finding out the truth in people. You know what I'm saying? So in the dream state, she was riding and she was talking shit. Boy, she was talking shit. She was looking down at the pendulum to see like if he really meant what he said, because she was asking the pendulum, does he mean it? Who dick is this? Oh, it's mine. Pendulum, is it really mine? The pendulum kept going like this. Like, no, bitch, it's not yours. And she was getting more aggressive and angry, and she riding, she talking. This pendulum just moving everywhere now because she mad. She all over the place with it, and it was just like really wild. But she was talking shit, and she was like, talk to me. She kept telling the dude, like, talk to me. Who dick is this? Like she was very aggressive in trying to figure that part out. Typical dark bitch shit. Typical dark bitch shit. Let me explain something to you. Women of the light don't move like that. And if we talking shit, it ain't trying to siphon something from you. Like, we don't move like that. We be like, who this is? We kind of playing with it. We cat and mousing with it. We ain't trying to create a controlled situation with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, women of light don't really gotta ask that. They kind of already know who dick it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't move like that. Oh Lord, forgive me. Whew. But that dream, she was just mad. She wasn't getting the answers right. So she was real aggressive and do like, oh hey, slow down, bitch. Like, what the fuck? So I did more research on the spirit of the Jezebel and the Lilith, because Lilith has a Jezebel spirit, so it kind of correlates. And as I'm looking at the symbolism of this Lilith energy, and I'm not saying, I think everything has duality. Lilith is more dark, of a deity or whatever you call it. She's a darker energy, right? And in every area of the world, she's represented differently. Like in the biblical term, when I did the research, Lilith was the first original husband of Adam. Then Eve became the rib, and she kind of went to a dark place, because, you know, whatever the case may be. So that was kind of like the biblical story, and I'm not gonna really go into it because I didn't really go into it. But I was just like, oh wow. The other one is like, she's just like a very dark, seductress type of energy, which made so much sense as to why I was having this dream. I was like, what is this about? So yeah, I was doing the research, and I was looking at what her symbolism is and like what she represents, right? So like, y'all see my necklace, like, this ain't no damn pendulum, yo. Like, this is called appetite, appetite, APITATE, I don't know, but it's like a communication. And I love blue because blue represents my deity. I'm of the light, baby. I don't do that dark shit. My deity represents a lot of blue in color, and I'm not gonna say who it is because that's just my thing, ain't my business. But no, I'm not a dark woman, so it was very easy for me to see the darkness in this one, because there's a part of me that has an intuitive gift to see those things. So example of that, a woman like me, if I know you've had a Lilith energy on you, or you've had a Jezebel spirit on your energy, I kind of can feel it, right? A woman of the light is going to heal you from that. Like, we're not going to sit around and be on some who did this shit. Like, you're going to kind of feel that you've had that energy upon you. And how do we find it out? Because guess what? The main position that spirit likes to do, like ride, as soon as we get on top of you, we're going to automatically know, oh, nah. You're going to get on top of me like, yeah, let me change the position up. Because it's like you can just feel the energy of that darkness, because it still rides that person. So a person of light, or a woman who heals, is going to feel that spirit. She going to try to heal you of it. So the difference and the contrast, and I'm not saying, I'm talking women of the light, but I'm not talking about me specifically, but it kind of is me energetically. But a woman of the light versus the woman of the dark, a dark woman will have you feel very drained after intimacy, right? It feels like you almost got to pick yourself up and drink a cup of coffee or something. A woman of the light, she's a healer, right? Naturally. So when she's intimate with you, you're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to feel like you have purpose, because we don't harness things for our greater good. We harness things for the both. Or we harness things to make you better because we already have a healing spirit. We're good. We don't really need to like pull from nobody, right? For what? Like, can he live? Can the dude in the dream live? Not with this serpent. Like, she was whining like a snake when she was hit. She want that pendulum to say yes to everything. So of course she gonna whine like she want the pendulum to be. And when that Joan went left and right when she was asking that question and said no, oh, she was mad. But that demon, yeah. So how do I kind of sum this up? Women, men, be very careful who you sleep with. You may think that somebody just being nasty and talking shit. The whole time they doing spell over you. Be careful, because words are very powerful, right? Very powerful, and you might not even realize that motherfucker is saying who dick it is. And if you say it's yours, guess what? The next motherfucker you run into, you not even gonna be able to utter a word or give it up, because you don't already spell wise told her that it was yours. It was hers, I'm sorry. So you wondering why you went on to the next one that you might like. You know what I'm saying? And you can't even get the words out. You can't even you don't even feel worthy, because at the end of the day, she's already cast spell that's hers. So how dare you give it to somebody else? And if you do, guess what? I've already spoken my words into you, and energetically you're not gonna be able to be allowed to go and jump to the next thing. People do stuff like that during sex. So you sitting here wondering why you can't get your words out, is because you done told somebody that it was theirs. Just an example, right? Yeah, be very careful being intimate with people. Look for the divination tools. I think a lot of times, not all the time, like women and men don't necessarily wear divination tools all the time. But I always say look for them sigils to be on their neck. Look for them pendulums to be on their neck. They're trying to harness something usually. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but I just say look at the footwork of it all. If they wearing all these divination tools on their neck or on their arm or anywhere on their body, and they're talking shit, trying to pull from your energy, and you feel drained after being intimate with them, they are probably doing sex magic on you. And that's just my opinion. And like I said, there's duality. There's a light and a dark side. So fucking a dark bitch is going to make you feel drained. Having sex with a lighter female is going to make you feel rejuvenated and make you feel like your life has purpose, right? Because that's what moves in. If she moves in purpose, what more is she going to do but give you in that intimate space purpose? What is she going to do more than give you that magnetic attraction and pull to give you something beautiful so that you can take something back with you that's just as beautiful? Because women, like, I say us, women of the light, we're going to speak life into you, because we're not just intimate with anybody, right? We choose you, then you get what you get, which is a very beautiful thing if you allow it to be. But a woman of the dark, when they see a woman of the light, they're automatically going to be annoyed by it, right? They are. They're going to look at you and hate you, because they know if you come anywhere close to something that I am working on, then you're going to try to heal it, and I'm not going to be okay with that. It's wild, right? So yeah, the dream had me in that perspective. Like, it made me do more research, and then of course, I think every woman has their muse or their deities or things that they look up to, and my deity represents blue. So I naturally wear these things without even thoughts. I chose this necklace here, which is called Appiates, which is blue in color. But a lot of the blue stones represents a specific deity that I think I relate to most naturally, because I'm magnetized towards the things that represents her without even having to look at it. But when I did do the research and I saw it, I was like, oh wow, like this deity represents fertility, abundance, love, children, the water element. And if y'all don't know who that deity is, I represent more the Yemaya, right? Or the Yemoja, or the Yemaya, or the Mami Watas of the world, right? And you can look them up. Like, that's the spirit that I embody. That's the deity that fits me more because I am like the human mermaid. Like, we want peace. We don't do anything necessarily destructive. And when we do, baby, what we cause as a mami wata, or say like a yemoja, is we cause tsunamis, baby. Like, we cause natural disasters, but we're not dark. You know that. Now I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a dark side to Yemoja. Like I said, that would be like the tsunamis. So I've been trying to see like what's the light side of Lilith. I have yet to find anything, and I'll keep looking. But cat, Jezebel, baby. Woo. Y'all be careful who y'all out here screwing. It's some dark witches out here who, and ain't nobody be saying, yeah, I'm a witch. If anything, they could be like, oh, watch that girl over there, because she probably doing witchcraft on you. In reality, really, it's your ass. Yeah, and people be so blind to not see the symbolism of what witchcraft is. Like, witchcraft, people use a lot of divination tools to get their needs met. So, like I said, in that dream, when I saw the pendulum on the neck, and it was winding, and she was asking questions and hoping that it wasn't going to go left to right to say no. Like, the shit was just wild, like, in the way she was moving with it to make it a yes. It was like she was almost harnessing and forcing this man to say yes and to agree to everything that she wanted, because she was harvesting off this man. Like, this man was just a very beautiful, powerful person. You could tell, like, the energy was there. You could see the aura over the man. You could see the darkness just trying to suck him dry of his positivity. So that's why I said, when you feel negative after having sex with somebody, they're talking like that, and they're doing all that, 9 times out of 10, they're dark. Okay? I mean, they're dark. Stay the hell away from those types of people. And boy, when you try to stay away, boy, they don't harness that good energy for a while. Oh, it's gonna be hell. But I'd rather live through hell trying to heal myself and be better for me than to deal with that, because it's pleasurable. Pleasure can go both ways. You gotta be careful with pleasure, right? There's a dark side to pleasure, right? And then there's a very beautiful, satisfying, healing peace to pleasure that extends well beyond that dark shit. Unless you like it dark, like, do what you gotta do if you want to be. Light don't mean you ain't gonna tie a motherfucker up if you don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Light don't mean you gotta be angelic. Like, we light people can be nasty and raunchy too, but the purpose is different. Baby, if I'm gonna put a blindfold on you and use a little ice, whatever the case may be, I don't know, I'm just coming up with stuff on the top of my head. We're doing it for the better. We're not trying to suck you dry of your energy. Like, no, we might suck you dry. We're not gonna suck you dry of your energy. Like, it's different. Be careful, stay vigilant. Be careful, these motherfuckers be wearing these divination tools and talking over you when having sex with you. Be careful the ones who like to ride and dominate you to try to siphon your energy. Be careful how women move when they're intimate with you. Men too. It goes both ways. That's why I'm very sacred. I don't just be giving myself up like that, because words are powerful and words are also curses. So yes, y'all stop thinking voodoo was a bippity boo bop. Oh, well, it's a bippity boo bop with that pendulum I had in that dream. But magic works in so many different ways, and sexual magic is one. There are a couple good books you can read out there. I was doing some research on that too, about Jezebel spirits. But for you men out there really kind of inquiring on it, TikTok's a good move, but who are really inquiring on the Lilith or the Jezebel spirit, just do more research on it, man. There are some good books out there that I was looking into. Of course, I can buy them because they don't represent who I am, but I was looking to are there books to help, people understand it more. But yeah, there are books out there that speak on the Jezebel spirit or the serpent, or like different things like that. So it's a 20-minute long video almost, but look, I just want y'all to be vigilant. Don't be out here messing with these dark females, man. I was like, God, I never did. The way it was depicted in my head was never, I would have never thought of that. It was a dream, and I had to think through the dream when I got on my dream state and I was awake. So, man, let me tell you something. Just be careful out there. Be vigilant, and don't let these. Matter of fact, that type of woman, don't eat their food. I wouldn't eat shit from them. Like, I wouldn't even drink. I would not. It's just like that type of energy will use blood magic on you in a heartbeat. They do some dark shit to keep you bonded to them. You be wondering why you can't get unstuck. And you wonder why your finances is in a certain kind of way. You wonder why you going through shit. Pull back from that motherfucker and see what happens. It might take a minute, but if you pull away from that darkness, you'll find that you'll be able to see that light at the end of the tunnel. And I think a lot of times, like I said, they're so subliminal and so light. Most people don't recognize what the energy of those spirits or those negative people that like to suck you dry be serpents. But you'll start to notice changes. Just, be okay with being okay and not dealing with that because it's nasty and it's good at the time. But that dark energy, you gotta be careful, man. That's all I gotta say. So I wouldn't eat from that mugs, wouldn't drink from the mugs, and I sure wouldn't have them on top of getting ride me. And I sure, that's how I wouldn't be having sex with that John raw meat ever. I'm talking, let me get 2 condoms. Like, I don't care if I am seedless. That energy jumps, man. Like, ugh. That energy in that dream was wild, man. Oh, gosh. But anyway, be careful. Be vigilant. That's all I got. Peace.